burp, Sturdy. Thanks.
Right.
Hey, people. What's up? How's it going? How's it going? Guys, how you doing? Jason, how's it going, man?
Hello, I'm doing well. Thanks for having me back on, man. It's been a while.
It has been. James, how you doing, man?
Doing all right, man. How
And
are
yeah,
you?
I'm good. I'm good. It's been, I feel like it's been almost too long, man.
Yeah, it's been a while.
And I know me and you have talked and planned stuff and just fucking busy all the damn time, but would love to have you on. I always love having you on for one, but would love to have you on one of these days coming up whenever you're free again and hop on for a review. I know you told us some stuff off camera, but we'll talk about that when that comes when that part comes up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But yeah, another episode of Horror Research 30, people, and I do have an intro for you guys. I'm gonna pull that up right now, and then we're gonna just let you guys. Well, you'll see. You'll see. What up? How you doing? I'm doing great. Hope you all are too. Hope you're ready for another Horror Research 30 movie review as well. And tonight, yes, tonight, got Jason Burke on. Awesome person, awesome director. He does some dope shit. And you know what this means. We get to watch a movie live together, a horror short live together, A Mother's Dying Wish, which link is in the description, so please go like, share, and subscribe that page as well as this one. And then we're going to hop on over and review on the third day. Yeah. Yes. And again, people, if you have your indie shorts, horror indie shorts that are yours, 20 minutes or less, we'll do them right here on live with your permission, of course. We'll review that and we'll review the full length film we're doing that night. If they're longer, if they're like an hour and a half, we'll just make that the episode. We'll show it, watch it, then review it right after. Just throwing that out there. Yes, it's all in the intro. Oh, yeah, and go Niners because we're playing Seattle tonight. We win tonight. We win our division. So, yes, go Niners. I'm going to say that as well. Now, welcome to the madness. Haha, yeah. We ready. We ready, people. We ready. And go Niners. I meant that. Fuck Seattle. I meant that too. But yeah, guys, this was I felt like this was like a long time in the making, going back to again how we've been talking on and off, like, yo, you know, how's it going, blah blah blah. Let's do something, and we're finally doing something. Finally here. Finally
Yeah,
here,
that's the thing. I feel like I'm always creating stuff, but then I get so busy creating that I don't have time to kind of come on and share it more often. So I really appreciate the platform because I'm trying to always just do unique stuff and stories that pop into my head that have to be told. And I'm just like, you know what? Like once it gets done, one of the first places I want to come and bring it is Horror with Sir Sturdy. You guys are such a fan-friendly platform, and you guys love movies, and we love to analyze movies, and so it's a blessing to be here, man. Just thank you so much for the opportunity.
Listen, man, that goes right back to you because I appreciate you every single time you have a horror shirt out. I feel like I'm one of the first people you hit up, like, yo, Sturdy.
Mm-hmm.
I want to show this on your platform, and I love it. I'm just like, oh man, this is great, and this is like how I want to get back into this more. I used to do it a little bit more with the indie people. So again, indie people, if you know people, holler at me. I know I may have some stuff coming up in January. Hopefully, still I got to talk to somebody behind the scenes about that. But I got some fun stuff playing with him if that's still set in stone and all that good stuff. But yeah, I want to do more with indie. I also for those of you, if you have computers, and the reason I'm saying you have to have computers for this program, but it's called Stream Lounge. And a lot of you guys that have those indie films and you want to do like watch parties and things, and if your films are on YouTube or Tubi, that's a perfect platform for it because it's legit a watch party. Like you'll be on there hosting on a small screen, similar to this, but your screen will be smaller up in the corner, like where the chat is on the right hand side. And then the main screen would be the movie or the film that you're showing, but you could be discussing it and all that other good stuff. And I feel that would be a great way, a huge and awesome way to push indie to where you can do in these watch parties and to where you can actually interact more so than, which there's nothing wrong with it if you're doing it like via YouTube with the premieres and all that and doing it through like the chat typing. But I look at it like with the watch parties over there, you can also do Q&As at the end. You can do fun stuff like that and get people involved. They can type up their questions, you know, you answer them, or you can even bring them on screen for a minute. Like, hey, you know, we'll bring X amount of people on. one at a time. You ask a question, we'll answer it, kind of go on, so on and so forth. Give everybody one question per person. Whatever the case may be, you guys need to check out Stream Lounge. It's fucking fire. That's where I do watch parties. That's actually what I'm doing, a watch party for the Harry Potter movies. I did 1 and 2 so far. I have reviews up for 1 and 2. And as well as the house I belong to. I got a wand video out now. And this is what's coming up Friday, part 3 of Harry Potter. And it's all through that watch party thing. But seriously, though, indie people, anybody who loves movies should check that thing. But indie people, I'm telling you, I feel like this is something to be a perfect place to showcase your films. You guys have a lot of fans, and it's hard to get people, in different states, even in the same state, but let's just say different states together to watch this movie at the same time. It's like, hey, look, watch party, such and such a time, boom, boom, boom. We're gonna do a Q&A right after, blah, 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 all that fun shit. Do it. And it's Stream Lounge is free.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds perfect because right now it's in Pittsburgh. I can speak for our community around here and a lot of others that like we're always creating stuff, and it's like once you make it, where does it actually go? Like where can you actually put stuff out and get more feedback? Because you're trying to kind of build a career based on word of mouth and based on the amount of people that see your stuff. And so having a platform is super, super important. So it sounds like that'll be a very integral part to spreading the word for filmmakers. So it's a really cool platform.
Oh yeah, it's great, man. It's great. And the cool thing about it too is like you can connect with HBO Max and a few other those platforms as well. And what it is it just like everybody. So like for example, if I'm showing a movie on HBO Max and you guys want to come in to watch it, you guys also have to have HBO Max. So it's not, you know what I mean? But for YouTube and stuff like that, it's YouTube. Yeah, like the YouTube movies are free too. And they're gonna be adding more stuff here and there as the stuff goes on. But I just think it's a great opportunity, and I'm saying this because we're about to show an indie film, and I'm gonna let Jason take this away for us and let us know everything about it while I get it queued up in the background.
Very cool, very cool. Am I in frame right now?
Yes, you are.
Okay, yeah, my phone's doing weird things. Yeah, so I'm braving quite a cold right now. I apologize if my voice sounds a little crackly or crazy. I'm on day 2 of a cold, but I could not pass up the opportunity to come on and show you guys this movie. I'm really excited about it. It's called A Mother's Dying Wish, and it was part of the 48-hour film festival. So for those of you guys that don't know what that is, the 48-hour film project is where different teams from different cities around the world have 48 hours to make a movie. So you pull a genre out of a hat at random on Friday night at 7 o'clock. And then by Sunday night at 7 o'clock, 48 hours later, you have to cast your movie, write it, produce it, direct it, edit it, and send it in with titles, credits, and everything. And it's got to be no less than 4 minutes and no more than 7 minutes. And they give you a character that you have to use. And our character in this case was Skipper Carle, a plumber. They give you a line of dialogue that you have to insert, which was... I wish I still loved you like I used to. And they give you a prop that you have to use, and ours was a family ring. So you have to insert all their prompts into this project, and you have 48 hours to make a movie that fits in all those parameters in that time period. And then 2 weeks later, they screen all the 48s in one in several groups. And so we were one group out of, I think, 35 teams this time that submitted. I've done 10 48-hour film projects, and this was my first one that I ever directed and ran my own team for. So this is my 10th 48, but also my first 48. So I'm excited to show you guys A Mother's Dying Wish. And the genre we got was supernatural thriller.
Sweet. Nice.
Sweet.
So whenever you're ready, you can pull that up, and we'll show the audience the 48-hour film project movie, A Mother's Dying Wish.
Hell yeah, people. We're going to go backstage. We will be right back. Let's enjoy this film.
Prodigal daughter returns.
We should have known you'd show up.
I wasn't expecting a family reunion. What the hell is all of this?
That's what we're trying to figure out. Did you get a note?
From our dead mother? Yeah, here it is. Oh, okay, which one of you did this? Ben, you're the pranker of the family.
Very funny. I assumed it was you. So none of us wrote the note?
My dearest children, I know this letter may shock you. I haven't always been the best mother, nor the best teacher, nor the best human being. But whether you believe it or not, everything I've done was in your best interest. So I'll try to achieve in death what I could never do in life, to bring you all together. Reunite like families should. This is my dying wish. With love, Mom.
Somebody's clearly messing with us. I just want to know who.
Look, I didn't come here to argue with you like we always do. I'm getting out of here.
Oh, that's just like you, Katerina. Always running at the first sign of trouble. That's what you're good at. But everyone always sees you as the hero. Mom's favorite, homecoming queen, the hometown success story. But I don't see any of that anymore. All I see is a coward.
Look, I didn't run away. I got away. We all know what it was like in that house. And yeah, maybe I was her favorite, but she was miserable. She put us through hell, and you know that.
Right? So what are we even doing here? None of us went to her funeral.
Closure! Every time we're together, it's always about these two. Skipper Carle, the hometown plumber, versus Katerina Carle, the overachiever girl who was smart enough to escape the town of Pleasance. At least you two had each other growing up. I was alone. Just me and Mom's shoulder.
Everyone in Pleasance thought she was so perfect. Go to church every Sunday morning and she'd beat us every Sunday night. She kept a book of the students she hated. What kind of teacher does that?
Book. There's probably answers in it. I bet it's still here.
Oh my God. Is that Mom's family ring?
It is.
We used to fight over this like crazy.
I thought she was buried with it.
As did I. She always said it would go to you. I was so jealous.
Ow! It shocked me. It was probably the metal or something.
Okay, while you guys jog down memory lane, I'm gonna go to the bathroom, but I'll be back in a minute.
Careful. That's what they say in horror movies.
Ben, our dead mother sent us a letter from the grave. Our whole lives are a horror movie. That's not creepy at all. You couldn't wait 3 seconds until I was done? Yeah, real funny. Go find another stall.
I've got a lot of property deals to close, so I'm gonna go get Logan. I'm gonna bring him back here, and we're gonna figure this out now. Logan, quit screwing around. Let's go back and do what the letter says. I got stuff to do.
Growing up, we were best friends. I looked up to you, and then you just left. And now, I wish I still loved you like I used to.
away. But it's okay. Because Mother's here now. Now we can all be together again. Like Mother's dying wish. She always wanted me to have this ring. Looks like we've got some work to do.
Gotta bring us back. Gotta bring us back. Gotta bring us back.
All right.
That,
All right, guys, I'm going to try and shield myself from the tomatoes and the eggs. Please be gentle.
no.
It's good. It was good.
That was good, Joe.
I'm not gonna lie. It was good. It was like everything that I like. The paranormal. I love paranormal stuff. I like the comedy in it. I laughed automatically when the one guy in the school in the hallway and something and a ball bounced and laughed. He was like, "Hell no!" He started running.
Wow.
I like the little comedy things in there. The dude in the bathroom stall. But then you had the real, for a short film, it had a lot. You had multiple kills.
Yes.
They all worked, made sense.
Mm-hmm.
I'm shocked it was just in that small amount of time.
48 fucking hours. Like,
And honestly, like, I don't want to toot my own horn, but the cool thing about this for us was, so basically the way I run these 48s, I try and do all the writing on Friday night, stay up all night Friday and do the writing. And I didn't have an AD for this film; it was just me directing. So I wanted to do all the prep work, like the shot list, prop list, scene order, and all that stuff. So I stayed up Friday doing that. We actually finished early on Friday, and then Saturday we were the first ones to finish shooting and the first ones to turn a draft in on Sunday. So pretty exciting about that.
Wow.
Awesome. Just to know all that, and again, just a little bit of time. That's incredible, man. That's incredible.
Can I just say how tough it is for a writer to write a script that can be no more than like 3 pages for a 7-minute film? It's so hard for someone like me who's a dialogue-heavy guy who's used to telling like big stories. I'm used to my stuff being between like 12 and 25 minutes, and even that's like pushing it. And this to be able to, like, because you're allowed to have 7 minutes is the most you can have, and you're allowed to have 30 seconds of credits, I believe, or 1 minute of credits or something like that. But it's very hard to fit a chronological story that makes sense and has background and characters in such a short time. Like, that's, for me as a writer who's used to being a dialogue guy, that was a lot. That was a lot of work. I sat down on Friday night and I was writing a script and I said, let me just see how far I can take this. Let me see how far this concept goes. In the first hour and a half, I wrote 15 pages. And
wow.
I had 15 pages, and I said, okay, well, I know that a 48 is not going to be any more than like 3.5 to 4 pages. So let me cut this down and stop writing now and make this a feature film later. So if you guys like it as a short, you might like it as a feature later on, because I have so many storylines I had to cut down and cut back on that I wanted to showcase that I might use later on down the road.
Listen.
Oh, we're in. Definitely
Please do that. No, I swear to you, I was just about to say. So we've seen quite a few of your shorts, and we've enjoyed each and every single one of them. We need. I'm tired of the teasers, man. I want a full-length feature.
It's so funny that you guys say that, because I feel like I send my scripts off to a couple of really close friends of mine that I trust their feedback, and the only negative note that I ever get is, you're trying to squeeze too much into a short film. You got to make this a feature. And the reason why I usually don't The reason why I usually don't is because it's hard to schedule everyone, like getting everyone's schedules together to shoot these films, and to save the money for the budget to pay everyone for every day when they come out. It gets pretty expensive, and to secure locations for multiple days gets tough too. So I tend to prefer short films because you can shoot them in 1 or 2 days, and you can shoot them in 1 or 2 locations, and you can pay everyone for their day rates. So it's a little easier that way. But I feel like my ideas are starting to become more feature ideas instead of short film ideas.
Yeah.
I
You
mean,
can tell you're good at it, man. Like I said, this is so short.
but
And
it's
you had a solid story. Like it makes you feel start thinking of other movies, like different types of movies. You're like, okay, I seen a movie like this. I seen a movie like that. You had like little bits and pieces in there, and that story worked. The mother basically is a bitch. I like the quote. It's like, go to church on Sundays and beat us on Sunday nights or something like that. I was like, wow. So the mother, she was a nut.
Henry, you would love this. Just like when you get a chance to watch the short, the link is in the description. It's pinned on top of the description, or in the comments, and it's also in the description. But you would enjoy this a lot. There's so much that happens in that 7 minutes. You're just like, holy shit.
Yeah.
That was my biggest fear when I started writing this, was just like, am I going to be able to make this story have enough layers? Because I knew that I wanted to do something with ghosts, and I wanted to do something with like Scream style slasher in a way. I was thinking about kind of Scream, like it's not really a mystery because you know who's behind it, but you kind of allude to different things. So I wanted to be able to give each character some background so that when I killed them, cared about it. And so that's what I was afraid of, was not being able to put enough meat on the bone. So I'm glad you guys found a lot of the story.
Yeah, and I'm just like, now imagine if you had just an hour to do a full that movie, just instead of under 15 minutes. If you had a full hour, I mean, I'd watch an hour and a half of that. But let's say if you just had a full hour to do something like that, I'd be like, holy shit.
And you know what's crazy is that it was almost a longer film. So the person who was mother wound up being a ghost. It was going to be somebody in physical form. So I initially had cast somebody, the lovely and talented Jen de Blasio. She got stuck on set elsewhere. She was going to be the mother, and then she got stuck at the last minute on another set that wasn't finished shooting yet. So we had to cancel her out at the last second and kind of change the character into a full ghost. So it could have been even longer.
Wow.
Thankfully, we just got under the radar. But yeah, we almost had Mother be a physical character in the movie, and it kind of worked out with Supernatural, the fact that it wasn't. So I love Jen, and I can't wait to work with her down the road. But I think it worked out for us.
Yeah, it worked. It was great, man.
It worked.
Again, full-length features. We need to see some full-length features. Like what about doing like an Indiegogo or something like that for one? Have you ever?
Yeah, that's one of the things with me is I feel like it is a weak point of mine is not being entirely sure how to ask for money from people, because it's just like it kind of feels like you're aggrandizing or you're trying to sell yourself for money. It feels kind of weird. But I really appreciate the community, and I always try to donate and give to those things whenever somebody else is going for it. So I think a feature is very near and dear to my heart and pretty close, because I'm writing a movie right now, and it's a witch style kind of movie where there's a lot of like conflict between lovers and siblings, and it has a very cult heavy feel. And I think this idea sounds like a feature to me. So I'm pretty sure the next thing I write after I finish my next book, which I'm writing right now this December, is probably going to be a feature film. So I think you guys are going to see one probably at some point in the next year or so.
Awesome.
I can't fucking wait. I cannot wait. And if you do an Indiegogo or GoFundMe or whatever they call those things, I'm getting the movie. I'm getting it because you could tell from your work that you actually care about it. It's a passion thing. It's not like a money grabbing thing. Kind of like this podcast is a passion thing. It's definitely not a money grabbing thing because none of us made shit on any of this stuff yet. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I don't get no checks yet.
You say I'm not getting paid for this? What the heck's going on here?
Yeah, you got to talk to Aaron. I wasn't involved. I wasn't in that convo.
I thought I was making all this money tonight, man.
Oh, no. Just high fives and handshakes.
Hey, honestly, that's all I need, man, because I know you guys are hardcore horror fans. You guys love the genre, and so when you guys like my work, it means you're appreciating the horror genre, which is what I grew up on. So it means a lot to me. It does.
Yeah. Here. And that's what I was getting at. Like you could tell you have a passion for it. This isn't like I was joking with the money grab thing, but it's like I really do care about this. I'm gonna try, and the 48 hours thing is just phenomenal. Like this is one of my favorite things I've seen in a while. Like, and this
Wow.
this includes movies in general. This isn't no bullshit. Just because there was so much in that 7 minutes, like so many stories you've seen, which could have went in so many different fucking directions. And you could have seen how they built up and got to how they were, like why the sisters were so bitter against each other. Because you know how siblings have the back and forth corny bullshit growing up as kids. You always have that, especially if it's like a girl and a girl and a boy and a boy. Maybe even mixed too, but I feel like if you have the two same sex kids, it's more so, you know what I mean? And
Yeah, that's something I was so concerned about because I initially had a whole side storyline where the one character was in the army and he tried to use the army to escape the family, and I had a bunch of flashbacks of the sisters. I had all this intricate stuff that was written for it that I had to pull out of it. So I was so afraid that I was going to have to sacrifice too much of the stories. And the fact that you guys found so much in the characters means a lot.
yeah, I mean, it was shown and told so well. Like you guys did a great freaking job.
Like I know what the story was. I know what was going on. It all connected. It was good, and you could see when I was watching, I could tell you had more because even the guy in the bathroom stall, I can see 3 different storylines just for him. Shootout, and then the guy goes in the hallway. Then you see his thing. And the sister, like, there's so much you can do with this. You can definitely make this a full film.
And not only that though, James, but you could have because we see them after they already met up at the school. We could have had them just getting the letters like a day or two before, or finding out that their mother passed, and like who's the one that called all the other siblings, like, you know, hey, yeah, mom died. Like, you know, like who's the one that's making that phone call that has to tell everybody? Is it like the oldest that makes it? Or is it just like whoever finds out? Like, how does it go? And the only reason I'm asking because the way the dynamic that the siblings were like, they did not like each other at all. They're like, we're related, and that's it.
And they all hated the mother.
Yeah, they did say that. They did portray that.
Well, she used to beat the shit out of him every night.
Well, that's the thing. I feel like I wanted to write a story about a very something relatable to us, and I feel like even if our family is not as extreme as that, there's always those family rifts. There's always familial ties that are broken. So when you go home on Thanksgiving or Christmas, you're always kind of like, oh, that one person, that one drunk uncle, that one whatever, you know. There's always one person that you're kind of afraid to engage with, or you don't know how they are. Yeah, so it's something that all of us can find solace in when you're watching it, because everybody has somebody in the family that makes them feel awkward. And you guys talked about how hard the 48 is. Can I just give credit to my cast and crew, because they are so phenomenal. I mean, I wrote 4 or 5 pages of dialogue, and they were nailing every line every time. My 4 actors in this were so good, man. Erica, Katie, Jordan, and Michael were just so, like, the chemistry was there. They were all friends. One of them they had just met that day, and they instantly bonded and blended in with each other. It's like, actually, Katie and Erica, the 2 sisters, they were in a theater show the week prior, and they were sisters in that show prior. So I got real lucky on that one. But yeah, just really talented actors. My gore person, oh my God, she was so good. She found a way to do those intricate setups that I wanted in very quick time. And just the sound guy, the guy that did the music that stayed up with us all night. Like, I was awake for 80 hours in a row, I think, or 75 hours in a row or something like that. So yeah, so the guy Derek that did our sound, he was up with us the entire time waiting to get the film so he could put sound into it, because I wanted all original score. So he was setting up with us, scoring it as we were going back and forth on the phone. And Amber, I asked her, I was like, hey, can you smash this guy's head? Can you put a roller indent in this guy's head? And Amber was so fast, 20 minutes, and it was all done. Just like such a phenomenal, professional, talented cast and crew that made my job so much easier. This was the most gratifying 48 I ever did, and it was the first time that I ever ran my own, so I got so lucky.
That's awesome.
You guys did fucking phenomenal. I swear.
Yeah, great.
And, oh, also one fun factoid: I was concussed when we were doing this. I walked into the building. So you go into this this film set. It's like it used to be a church, now it's a film set. You walk into this really awesome set to get your genres on the big teleprompter. And I walked in, and I have CP, I have cerebral palsy and spinal stenosis, so I kind of walk with a limp, and I'm a little unbalanced. I walked in, and I took a wrong step on one of the floors, and I tripped, and I went to put my hands out to catch myself, and I smacked my head on one of the church pillars. And so I started seeing stars, and I started kind of like half blacking out, and I leveled my head. And so I had to get the genre, go home, stay up all night, write everything, get all the stuff ready, and then shoot the next day with a concussion. So it was a challenging 48.
It's good something kept you up.
Right. Thank
You
God I
almost
didn't fall
don't sleep
asleep.
like that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say do that again, but figure out a way to be up with that kind of energy.
Hey,
Just say that.
and knock some ideas into your head, man.
Exactly. I had no idea what I was going to write. All of a sudden, I was seeing stars, and I knew it. Just hit me right there. It was great.
There you go. Worked out. But great. No, honestly, it was really good. If I had to rate this 1 to 10 just on this short, it's like an 8 for me.
Wow.
It's up there.
I'm with you
It's really good.
right there, James. And the only reason I say it's an 8 and not higher is because I want more. Like I'm just
Yeah, exactly. You're teasing me, so I'm a little mad. I'm like, what the fuck?
Like somebody bringing over your favorite slice of cheese, and they bring over just a sliver of it, just to give you the little tease of the taste. I'm like, all right, yeah, fuck you, man. Thanks.
It's a talent. It's amazing what you can put together just for 7 minutes. Like I couldn't even write one page. I'm telling you right now, I could not write one page. I wouldn't even know how to start.
Well, honestly, that's the thing. Like a lot of writers, like people that like don't write as much or whatever, they kind of think like, oh, it must be so hard to write like a lot of dialogue or a lot of whatever. To me, it's hard to scale it back. Like to me, as a writer, it's like trying to truncate this much. And again, I had 4 actors and almost had 5. Trying to truncate layers and nuances and like inner workings and like a bunch of speeches and monologues and stuff. To try to put that all into 7 minutes was so hard. And the actors were so good and they gave me so much in every take because they're all pros and they're all very good together. I had such a hard time editing this. Like my editor, Matt Diulit, and I sat at my house up all night on the Saturday into Sunday. And we stayed up from the shoot the day before until about maybe 3 o'clock in the morning and took a 2-hour nap. But we stayed up editing, and I was like, I don't know what to cut. Every single take is so good. These guys are nailing everything. Their beats, their lines, their lighting, everything is so good. Every take, it's so hard to cut down. Like people think it's hard to get more content. It's hard to get less content. So that's the biggest challenge.
I can see that. Just with the little stuff I do, I could definitely see that. Now, would you ever put out the full, like everything you had from it, or just?
Sadly, what happens is because we shoot these things in 4K, and I'm sure, as you know, the footage files are massive. They're so huge. And so basically, we put out our finished version for the 48. So you're allowed to submit as many versions as you want before 7 o'clock p.m. on Sunday. So we submitted a version about noon on Sunday, which was, I think, the first version submitted. And then we went back and did more color correction and just fine-tuned the sound and color and sent our second version in. And then after 7 o'clock, my main editor went home and he said, oh, I thought of a way to fix that one part toward the end. We had a little thing with when Erica fell on camera at the end. Our initial version, we had to cut that shot out because the camera just moved a little too much. So he thought of a way to fix it, and I was like, well, it's already past 7 o'clock, so we can't turn this in now. So we just put that version up on YouTube. So you're allowed to do whatever you want once the competition is over. But I think the rest of the footage is gone now. I think about a week or so after you're done putting it together, the footage kind of gets deleted. So we put out all we could do right now. But definitely in the future, I have a lot of ideas to expand this and make this a lot longer.
Nice. Oh man, I can't wait. I'm so excited for it. What was the toughest part for you? Like, what was the part you're just like, fuck, man? Like, am I got to get this done?
Honestly, I mean, for me, it's just like my physical body is such a big presence. Like, I find myself like I have tightening in my hips and legs because of CP. I have a lot of spinal and neck issues. My hands have been closing up a lot. So just trying to direct and keep it flowing and moving fast and being efficient on set when you're in a lot of pain is hard. So like that was a really big thing. And honestly, just trying to scale back dialogue again because your actors are so good. If there was only a few good takes for each scene, it would be easier. But when you're trying to pick from 20 good takes and you don't know which one to go with, that's kind of the hard part too.
I could see that. I could definitely see that.
And then you find yourself at 5 a.m. You're watching the footage and you're going, okay, make sure, because if the line of dialogue is not correct, then you're disqualified. So basically, like if your character's name isn't in there, the main character, if the occupation isn't in there, the prop or the line of dialogue isn't perfectly said word for word, then you're disqualified. So you can do all this and you can turn your film in and you're still not eligible to win any awards. So we're saying, and also there's paperwork out the ass as well. So you're filling out all these forms because you have to fill out a bunch of actor qualification forms, location forms, music forms. It's a bunch of, so I'm sitting there at 5 a.m. trying to watch the film. And again, if it shows up at 7:01, if it's 1 second over, you're disqualified as well. So there's so many things that like you can't be one frame off. So we're trying to edit to make sure that it looks and sounds good, but also that the dialogue is perfect. But, you know, also we shot in a school. My buddy Brian Stoll, the awesome DP that I had, he works at this great school we used, and there was an air conditioner that we couldn't control when it came on and off. So there's a couple shots where the AC comes on when we're getting that person's one shot, and we're like, man, there's a rainstorm outside and an AC going. So the sound was hard to get that day.
Oh wow. Wow.
Yeah, the sound was definitely challenging because it was like majorly storming in Pittsburgh that day. So all of us, anyone that was shooting outside, their sound had a lot of trouble. We were shooting pretty much in like a classroom bunker, so we had like echoey rain and like AC popping on like crazy. But yeah, it was just trying to make sure that everything was done properly, because the last thing you want to do is bust your butt for 3 days in a row and then not be eligible to win anything. So
shit, you're right. That is shit right now.
Also, I've got to say, our Michael Barnett, for that scene in the hallway, the classroom hallway, when he gets the book burn on his head, he won a Scream King nomination. He didn't win the award, but he got the nomination for Scream King, so he was qualified nice and high. And then also we got runner-up and audience choice in our group.
Nice.
That's awesome.
We've got both of those.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
So yeah, just extremely proud of this cast and crew, and with how ambitious I wanted to be on this, and the fact that my body is in such poor shape, I just really wanted to surround myself with good people that were working hard, and they busted their butts. And to my tech crew like Jamie and Steve and Brett, they made the lockers, they rigged the lockers up, they rigged the bathroom up. We're all sitting. There's 6 of us sitting in this tiny ass stall filming the scenes. It was crazy, man. It was just like so many talented people making so many things happen on short notice. I give those guys so much credit.
That's fucking phenomenal. That's awesome, man. You could tell by the way the film is. It looked great. So you could tell that you guys busted your ass on it. You can't tell that you guys, like you said, you all squished in a room, 6 of you to a room. You can't see. Obviously, you can't see that.
Right.
That's just dope. It just that right there shows you how much more passion you have for it, because it's like, okay, we're all squeezed in here. We're not making much, if anything, at doing this, but we want to get this out. We want to do this passion project.
Also, I can say whenever you're sitting there with lights and sound and 6 of you are squished together in a toilet, the smell is bad. You can't see it, but you can smell it. That's for sure.
Men's room never smells nice.
Right.
Ever. Not even brand new. Someone's already in there shit. Like, oh shit, new toilet. And someone's usually.
And by the way, I've got to say, horror fans out there, for those of you guys that like gore, to get gore on a 48 is very tough. And this was Amber Durst was my makeup artist, and she came on pretty late notice. And this was her first film. This was her first time doing gore for a film, and she was phenomenal. And you guys only got to see the edited down portion of what she did, but she worked really hard, very fast. So if you guys want gore in your films and you want it done efficiently and fast, talk to Amber Durst. She's great.
Awesome.
Hang on. I got a question for the people, mainly for myself. I'm selfish with this one. Now, how did we see that footage?
Yeah, and that's kind of the hard part. Is again the footage on those file drives is so big that a lot of times right away once it's posted it's kind of gone. So you keep it for 2 weeks until the screenings go, and then you kind of get rid of it. So we do have some nice BTS footage up on my Facebook page. So if anybody out there wants to check out some behind the scenes photos, or check out my dedications to the actors where I talk about what each person did and like stories like that, my Facebook is Jason Burke, JASONBURKE. You guys are welcome to add me and say you check the film out, and I'll be glad to talk to you.
That's awesome.
You also I follow you on Twitter. You got a Twitter?
Yes, yeah. I have not been on Twitter quite as much. I kind of gave it up for my sanity of trying to balance my crazy life right now. Social media can be kind of heavy at times, and I'm just so busy right now. I'm writing my 7th book, and I've got another film in post right now. I've got 2 scripts that are freshly written for next year. We're shooting one in spring and one in fall next year already. So 2 more shorts coming as well. So I've been overly busy, and so social media has been kind of getting a bit of the back burner. But I am on Twitter at jburke, JAYBURKE. If you guys want to connect on there, I might not see those for a while, but whenever I do, I will certainly respond.
You will. He's good. He's pretty good at responding when he's not too damn busy. He's good at responding. I can definitely account for that. I can definitely account for that.
That's why I never sleep, buddy. That's why I never sleep.
Is there anything you want to plug, Jason, before you get out of here, man?
So yeah, like I said, I'm writing in my 7th book right now, and it is a big departure from my previous 6. So those of you guys that are book fans, I've got 2 poetry compilations, 2 horror murder mysteries, and 1 photography storybook that are out right now. I've got an Etsy page, and there's an Amazon link as well. I'll get you guys those. But my 7th book that I'm writing right now is a children's Christmas story. It's a very heavy nostalgia, a child reconnecting with his youth and finding his love for Christmas again in dark times. And it's called Lights Under the Tree. And I'm writing that right now. That should be, I'm not sure when it's going to be done, but I'm working on that right now to get it ready for the kids for upcoming holidays. So that is, there's also a trailer of my Facebook right now. It's my pinned post, I believe. It is a trailer for A Soul's Window, which is my latest film. It's 22 minutes. It is a body horror. And it's pretty dark and fun, and there's a lot of gore in that as well. And it's a very coming to Jesus kind of finding yourself in the wrong place kind of movie. That is in the final stages of post right now, and that should be done in the next month or so, and getting a Pittsburgh release on the red carpet soon. And I've got 2 scripts that are finished right now. One is going to be a haunted house fear study movie called What Scares You, and that's going to be shooting this spring. And in probably August or September for an October release, I'm shooting one called The Monsters Among Us, which is my tribute to the Halloween season.
Nice.
That's wow, busy, man. You're busy.
So I can't.
And like I said, talent. I don't know how you have all this information in your head. All these stories just pop out of your head, and you're making all this
scary
shit.
Up here, buddy. It's scary up here. You don't want to be up here. It's scary.
It's awesome. I wish I could do that, man.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys are giving us the platform, man. I think at the end of the day, a lot of times we're just making movies for ourselves and our friends sometimes, and you just wish that a bigger audience could see it and kind of understand where you're coming from. So the fact that you guys give us this opportunity means a lot, because again, you want the right person to see it. And by the right person, I don't mean Steven Spielberg. I mean that kid that always loved horror that wished he could do this, because he could see this and realize, oh, they did this on a $300 budget. I could do this too.
Mm-hmm. Damn right.
At the end of the day, there's stories inside all of us, and it's just finding a medium to get those stories out. So I encourage anybody right now that wants to write or wants to make movies, sit down and start today and do it every day. Do it for an hour a day, do it for half an hour, whatever it takes for you to unleash your inner passions in art. You'll find a way to start, and once you start, you can't stop yourself. It's going to go like an oncoming train.
Wow.
He's not lying, man. You gotta listen to him. You see his work. His work is fucking awesome. So take that advice. This guy does some really cool shit. Can't wait to have him on again.
Yeah, thank you for joining us, man.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah.
Absolutely, man. Like I said, my next movie is in the last stages of post now. It'll be released soon. And as soon as it gets the red carpet treatment, I'll be bringing it right back to you guys. So we'll do another one of these pretty soon.
Please do. I cannot. I love your work, man.
It means so much to me, guys. It does.
I want to try to connect with you one of these days. We'll talk behind the scenes more so one of these days. But to set up like a watch party to watch your films, I think it would be a fun thing to do. Even if we had to do it,
man.
Even if we had to do it the restream, I think it'd be a fun thing to do. Like, people should really check out your stuff. Then maybe see if people want to do a Q&A or something after. Be something we can plan out maybe sometime later, middle of the year or something.
Yeah, I'm gonna need 2 days to sleep so I don't sound like King Kong taking over Tokyo here. I feel like I'm definitely like straining my voice, but again, like I do this because I love making these movies, and I love an audience being able to see them and find something they can relate to in these things. And you guys are just so kind to have me on. And again, I know I was battling through a lot of stuff this week, and today was hectic, and my phone is being weird and all kind of things. But you guys made it happen, and I appreciate that opportunity. And anytime that any of your viewers want to hit me up and ask questions or do a watch party or whatever, I'm down. Let's get some beer and popcorn and enjoy horror, because horror is on a resurgence these last 10 years. Horror's been really hot, and people don't realize there's studio horror, there's indie studio horror, there's short horror, there's micro shorts, there's horror everywhere. We've all got horror inside of us, and there's so many mediums now. So just, if you don't like what you're seeing in studios right now, find the stuff you love and support that, please.
He's right. He's absolutely right. Support indie, people. Support indie.
Hell yeah.
Simple as that. But thanks again, man, for coming on.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate it. Definitely going to have you on again soon. And I'll talk to you soon, man. Have a great night.
Thank you so much. The pleasure is all mine. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate y'all, and I will see y'all soon. Love yourselves and each other.
You too, man. Have a good one.
Take care.
That shit was awesome.
That was awesome.
Yeah, that shit was so good. I don't even want to really talk about this movie that much.
You're like, wait, what was this one about?
No, because here's the thing that we're getting, which is not a problem at all. Actually, I fucking love this, and this is why I want to get more people on here that have your indie films, your indie shorts, because, and I also want to do the watch party thing with you guys too with the indie films. If you guys have full length indie films, we can do them on the watch parties and then review them on here. Maybe that'll be a little easier. But anyway, just to give you, just to kind of, because we're helping each other out. You got your people that watch your stuff. They're like, hey, they come check you out on the podcast, check out the interview / watch party kind of thing, and vice versa. Like I got my people that come here and show up and they check out your stuff and like, oh shit, this stuff is dope. So it's helping each other out. And I love horror, man. I love horror. So you got some indie stuff to send it in, and it'll be shown just like that. If I could do it, shit, if I could get an indie episode every single week, I would do it every single freaking week. 20 minutes or less every single freaking week. But I guess we could dive into this movie.
All right.
Early rating.
On the third day.
What's your early rating?
I'm going to give this one.
Okay, a little chilly.
7.
Okay. I'm sticking with my rating from last week. I'm gonna stick with a 5 for the last movie.
Okay.
It wasn't bad, but it just didn't. It didn't
have a lot. I know it didn't have a lot of like action type stuff.
Mhm.
Like it was a dialogue. It was like, what's going on with her? Is she crazy? Didn't know nothing if it's going to be about vampires.
See, here's the parts I liked. Like when she was kind of in that trance or possession, I thought those are some of the best parts of the movie.
Oh, when they're doing the hypno, yeah, because now her vampire part.
But hear me out though. Hear me out. I feel like it would have been better if it was a possession instead of the vampire thing. With her acting like that and doing that, I think it would have been better as a possession type of film. I get the whole vampire thing and how that can do the same shit in a sense of how it worked in this movie. But
I like that this dude is in it.
Yes.
He's pretty badass looking.
It's later on in the movie. I'll admit.
No, he's tall as fuck too.
He is.
That was a fucking huge thing.
Excuse me. Because when they showed him, I felt like it was after an hour in before they showed him or some shit.
Yeah, it was. It was later on.
I didn't think that he was gonna be in the movie. I was like, come on.
I was worrying about it too until they showed the flashback where that coffin thing fell off the truck and you heard something like bird wings flap away.
Fly away.
You're like, wait, I automatically was like, that's a fucking vampire. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? Because it started out as fucking, I thought it was gonna be a killer movie or something. Like her son is missing.
Yep.
She kills the son's father. So you just think she's going crazy, like she got amnesia or something. She's like, so they got the hypnotist thing going.
Yeah.
Then she started to remember all this shit. Dude, I'm telling you right now, I like the idea they did with the mirror. Normal mirror stuff with vampires. What is it? They don't have no reflection, right? I like how they put it where we ignore the mirrors because it shows you all the evil shit we did.
Yes. It shows you all of our victims.
Yeah, all the victims. So it's a replay in your head. You don't want it, so you ignore it. You don't want to see it. I thought that was a great take on that.
Oh, yeah, that was dope. That was pretty dope. I'm not even gonna fucking front.
That's why I liked it. There was a lot of little things I liked about it. I wish there was more of this dude in it or more vampire like stuff. Because in the beginning they did play it off like a missing child trying to find my kid type story until the vampire shit started blending in because now it's taking over her more and more.
Yeah, that's true.
She fed her. She killed her own son because she had to feed.
Yeah,
and that main vampire dude explained why you had to feed. So I like parts like that. I don't know. There's like a lot of little things I liked about this.
It wasn't a bad. Don't get me wrong. It wasn't a bad movie at all. Like I said, I gave it a 5, which isn't bad. I just think I think I was expecting more of a supernatural type of vibe. I guess you can put vampires in that category. I guess I don't know. People.
Well, yeah, it's vampires are supernatural. Anything like undead, everything, ghosts, vampires, it's under supernatural stuff.
Maybe demons, but anyway, I don't know. I think that was my main thing with it. But for it being a vampire movie, find out it wasn't bad.
No, it wasn't bad. Like I said, it wasn't the more violent.
We're up to a 6 because he did look really badass.
He did look. Yo, I like this cover a lot. I like how this fucking thing looks.
Yeah, same here.
Honestly, I thought on the third day, I honestly thought it was going to be something like to do with demons. Like Satan can come to Earth and they got to do something to stop him.
Okay.
Or on the third day, because it takes 3 days to fully change.
I could see that.
To the vampire. So like on the third day, you're going through this shit. I don't know. It wasn't bad. I wish there was more, but I'm glad it wasn't shit. You know? I'm glad it was a good, decent movie.
Real quick, James, what was the Christmas movie you picked for next week?
It's Christmas movies. It's Spirited.
For horror.
Oh, for horror. Oh, yeah.
I remember mine was the event calendar, which
Violent Night.
No, Bloody Christmas, wasn't it? Nights.
Wait.
Violent Night's the non-horror one. That's the action one.
Oh yeah, Bloody Christmas. You're right.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a fucking. I seen it on Facebook. I believe it's streaming. I seen it.
Christmas, Bloody Christmas. It's on. Yeah, I believe it's on Shudder.
Shudder.
Yeah.
So yeah, get to the holiday season. Who don't want to see Santa Claus kill people? Why not?
Exactly.
I mean, I'm sucker. Like, I don't like Christmas music. I don't like the attention of Christmas shit. Like people over opening gifts and you're opening a gift and everybody's staring at you type shit. That's the part I don't like. But I don't like regular Christmas movies. There's a handful that I can deal with. Don't like it. But Christmas horror movies?
Oh yeah, they're the fucking best.
They're the best.
Like it's far. I'll tell you like this, and I'm sure you're the same way. When it comes to holiday movies, holiday horror is always like my favorite to watch because it's the most entertaining. It's funny, it's fucked up, it's crazy, it's cool.
There's so many different takes on the stories.
Yeah. Like I mean,
Krampus you got Mrs. Claus. There's one called Mrs. Claus that's killing people.
Yep. There's so fucking many elves
killing people. Yeah.
There's so much. Santa Shark, which we reviewed last year. There's so many, and I enjoy them all. I'm just like
fucking Santa Shark.
I can't help it. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking watch it.
Yeah, they are a fun watch during the holidays. It's kind of weird. Like I don't think about it during the summer.
Yeah,
I don't sit there and go like, oh, I want to go watch a Killer Santa movie. And like, don't get me wrong, I would. It's just, it's not trigger. It's not like connecting. Like my brain's not going, hey, this only comes up on winter. Then, Christmas time. So let's put that in the back drawer.
I'll even, just because there's not that many Thanksgiving horror films, I'll even give you November. I'll say November, December could be Christmas, Thanksgiving kind of.
Oh yeah, you can start that. Yeah. Well, they start Christmas in stores and everything in November, so why not?
I'll even blend in, and you can even say this is a cheap. I'll even blend in a little October into November. Like I'll say the first week. I'll give it the first week of October.
Yeah, you can find a blend. There's Nightmare Before Christmas. There's Christmas in that, and it's Halloween.
And like I said, November is that blend month anyway. So yeah. November may be the perfect. Actually, and it's right between. Yeah, it's because it's right in the middle. So it's the perfect time to watch. Yeah. Before Christmas.
Yeah. And so, what's the movie you chose?
Advent Calendar.
That's right, Advent Calendar.
Calendar.
And that's a Shudder too.
I believe so.
Okay, so both Shudder movies. All right, Shudder doing pretty good.
They got some shit on there.
Yeah, they got some good stuff. Their app is a little funky. I don't like the setup of it, but.
Yeah, see, it's better on the better on the computer, and it's better in the Roku. On the Fire Stick, it's not so hot. I'm like,
yeah, the Fire Stick. I'm like, what the fuck's up with this thing?
Because on the Roku and on the computer, but on the Roku, there's a channel you can hang on a second. There's a So you can like watch because there's like channel. Remember I told you before, like you can go on Shudder and there's like channels that just play automatically.
Yeah.
It's 3 different channels. I forgot what they're called exactly, but it's 3 different channels. It's just playing movies 24/7.
Damn. Okay.
And I'm like, this, but I can't find it on the Fire Stick.
Yeah.
But on the Roku, I can find it. On my computer, if I wanted to, I can find it. Let me just show you guys the movies we're talking about. So these are the next 2 movies coming up. This one we're gonna do on Tuesday.
This is our holiday movies.
The event calendar.
Christmas is here.
And this one we're gonna do next.
This one looks crazy.
Yes, I'm hoping it's ridiculous. We had
And
some.
I hope its eyes glow like that in the movie too.
Me too. We had some other ones we were discussing back and forth.
Yeah, there was a few out because there's so much is coming out, man. You got the mean one, the Grinch.
Yeah,
the evil Grinch. You got a one called the Nutcracker.
I'll tell you what, guys. I'll tell you what. Maybe, and this is a big maybe. We'll talk about it behind the scenes, me and James. But the week after Christmas, maybe we'll do 2 more horror Christmas movies for you guys. But let's get there first. But again, maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll do 2 more. 2 more movies, and we'll try to find something newer again, or just something. We'll figure it out for you guys. But yeah, man. Back to this. So the car accident scene was fucking like, that was just crazy as shit. Like that, like when it goes back to the flashback and kind of shows you what's going on, what happens and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, how many times, like from that scene there to like later in the movie, we go, how many times are you gonna leave your child unattended? Talk about some weight right
Yeah,
here.
I know. For one, the kid looked like he was dead in the back seat.
Yeah,
she's carrying them. Like, for one, you're not supposed to move a body. I understand your baby trying to get help, but he could have a broken neck and back and shit, or he could be dead already. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, is this kid dead?
I'll say this though, I do get like that, trying to get whoever you care about out of the vehicle, 1, and then 2 being, what if it catches on fire? You don't want to. You don't want to take that risk of, if it catches on fire, then it's like, fuck. Now it's going to be even harder to get in. Damn near impossible to get in there. Let me get him out now, just in case. I'm not saying it's going to happen. It didn't happen, obviously, but just in case. Like, then that parent's instinct, or just that again, the instinct of someone that you care about. Doesn't even have to be a family member. Just could be a friend. Like, oh shit, my boy got knocked out. Let me go grab him and get him out of here. I know I shouldn't, but at the same time, again, what if a fire starts?
And that's when the vampire thing took the kid. That she followed it. But here's the thing with that. That's weird to me. Did he set it up and he wanted to turn her only?
It seemed like it.
Because he had the kid. He just had the kid laying there. He didn't kill the kid. He was hiding in the dark. She comes and sees him. But that's when he comes out.
He basically made him kill her son, in a sense.
Yeah, I know. Because she had to feed.
Yes. And he was like, there's one thing I didn't tell you. After she already fed.
Yeah.
Like, you could have told her this a long time ago, but
you know what's fucked up though? He could have done to help her out. He could have went over there and dripped his blood into the fucking kid's mouth.
Yeah.
So he fucked her over. They could have been a vampire mom and son, man.
I wonder if she could have done it. Maybe she didn't.
Honestly, I don't know. So here's the thing. I've seen a lot of vampire movies. You have some where only the leader vampire can do it, because now you're his children. It's kind of like a Dracula thing.
Mm-hmm.
Dracula's the most powerful. Everybody, all the other vampires is made from him somehow. He has control of all the other vampires. Then you have it where if you turn to a vampire, you can turn other people to vampire. I'm glad people are starting to get away that stereotype where the bite changes you.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's a zombie thing. I like how they're doing that where I'm feeding you, killing you because I need your blood. But hey, I like you. I'll turn you into a vampire. I like how they cut themselves and drip their blood into them. In order to be a vampire has to put their blood into you.
Mm-hmm.
So I like that concept. I think it's really good. A lot of movies been using that.
Yeah, it's not a bad concept at all. It's not a bad concept at all.
Because you got the old school, like Dracula, like, oh, he bites the neck and it's like rabies. Turns the fucking bitch into
a vampire.
A vampire, like, you know. But don't get me wrong, the classic is good too. But I'm just saying, I like the new take on things.
I was gonna say, I guess with that take on it too, it's the bite can be a kill.
Yeah,
If you-
exactly. Yeah. The bite is a kill. Exactly.
because he did bite her, and she was like dying, and then he dripped the blood in her mouth after. He like cut his wrist a little bit and then dripped the blood in her mouth right after.
You know,
Which-
I seen a vampire movie before where they don't even have fangs. They got a metal thing with spikes. They
Mhm.
stab you in the jugular, then they feed. So it looks like bite marks.
Mm.
But
Nice.
the vampires really didn't have fangs.
That sounds kind of
So
cool.
I forgot what that was called. That was a while ago. I don't even know the fucking title of that movie. But I was like, what the fuck? I was like, okay, you got to cut them and you feed them? Or they'll take a knife and cut down.
Oh,
It's
shit.
like they don't bite. They don't do the bite.
Yeah. Nice.
But-
Nice.
Yeah. But this vampire dude looks pretty fucking cool.
He did. I wish, like you were saying earlier, I wish you'd seen more of him and outside of the basement, like outside of the house. But
he's like a vampire you would see in like Underworld.
similar, yeah, I could see that.
Like the bitch has to go fight him at the end.
Yep.
he's like an ancient relic fucking vampire.
Yeah, he does give off that look. He does give off that look. You're right about that.
Oh, I just wish he was in it more. I wish the fucking you seen him more.
Me too.
But
Yeah.
it was still a decent movie. You
Yeah,
know,
it wasn't bad at all.
I liked it. I liked it.
It wasn't bad at all.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm excited for these Christmas movies though, man.
Oh, me
Especially
too.
Christmas Bloody Christmas. I think I'm more excited. That's why I saved that one for
Oh,
Thursday.
definitely. Hey, that advent calendar could surprise us, man.
Yeah. So the Advent calendar, say if it's a better movie, this Bloody Christmas Bloody Christmas could be more fun.
Oh, yeah. That's going to be the difference. One's going to be like more serious. One's going to be fun.
We'll see. And then if
So-
we do 2 extra ones, we'll let you guys know,
Yeah. Well,
you know, by next Thursday, let's say. And we'll try to have 2 films. If we could think of something, and we're for free, we'll do it. More than likely, because we ain't gonna be doing nothing else
yeah,
spectacular.
that's true. That's true.
So it's like, why not just, you know, extend the Christmas a little further? Extend the Christmas cheer. But
By the way, 49ers is winning.
yeah, 7-0, and I think we got the ball back
We just got the ball back. Yep. Second quarter.
again, guys. The link is in the description. The link is pinned to the top. Go check out Jason's work. He does some phenomenal,
Great guy. Great guy.
awesome guy, sweet
Very
guy.
friendly.
And he's passionate about the
Yes.
genre. He's passionate about horror. He's passionate about creating, writing, everything that he does. He has a passion for it, and you guys need to go there and support it because it's
And I'm
amazing.
glad he knows us and he comes on the show.
Yes, hell yeah! Like anytime he asks, like, "Hey, so started." It's cool. If of course, yo, it's an open door policy with him.
Oh, yeah.
Open door policy, yo. I want to come
Automatic.
automatic because he's just always showed love. So we'll do the same back, right? But yeah. So make sure you guys go check out his film. Again, the 2 GoFundMe's, the one for Danae and the one for AJ, are both in the description. They're going to be in the description for a long time, people. So please, again, if you can share, if you can, everybody can share. So if you can donate, please donate. If you can't afford to donate, it's fine too. Just both, please share. If you can donate or not, please share. Share. Let's get the word out there. Let's get them help. And I would be willing to do this for your loved ones, your friends, your family members, anybody like that. So, you know, I'm just saying, just because people need help.
Mhm.
But we're gonna wrap this one. Oh, first down 49ers, baby. We're gonna wrap this one up. I'm sorry, people. The game's on. I'm half now.
That's what I'm going to do right after this.
Yes.
Watch the game.
Again, shout out to you, Jason. Shout out to your whole cast, your whole crew, your whole team that helped you make that
Did a
one
great job.
film. You did an amazing job. I'd love to have you all of you guys on here. Maybe I'll reach out to Jason for a nice interview and just how it is working together and just that part of just acting and all that stuff in general. So yeah, this is open invitation to you guys, and Jason, I will hit you up and pick your brain for this, see what you think, and let's get it going. But we're gonna get out of here, guys. Make sure you guys check out the entire Zine network, all of that information, all that content. Go to horrorsearch30.com, check out my content, check out Sturdy Reviews, people. Check out Sturdy Reviews. Got some shit over there. Have a great night. I'll see you in your nightmares. Peace. Go Niners. Fuck Seattle.
Hell yeah.